Fester, what did you just bring up?
Sour Patch Kids.
And unbelievably, this is in my pile of stuff to do today. I've got a story that has to do with Sour Patch Kids. I'm reading this piece about a 6-year-old girl who puked all over a passenger's shoes on a Delta flight. And it has to do with Sour Patch Kids. No, it's actually a very heartwarming vomit story. So, I mean, can you imagine? You know, mom is on an airplane with her 6-year-old daughter, and the kid suddenly goes all over these nice new shiny wingtip shoes of a passenger in their row.
Wingtip shoes? Where's he going?
Hey, listen to the story. The Insider had this thing. This mother says she didn't notice that her 6-year-old daughter had managed to open up a large bag of Sour Patch Kids on their Delta flight. Turns out the daughter ate like the entire bag. Mom, I don't know. How are you the mother of a 6-year-old kid and you don't know your daughter plows through a big bag of Sour Patch Kids?
Yeah, you might want to keep an eye on that.
45 minutes. This sounds like Roxanne. I'm sure your kids are eating all kinds of stuff.
They do, but it's not like I don't see them doing it.
I'm kidding. All right. So 45 minutes into a 5-hour flight, it gets bumpy. So the plane starts to pitch a little bit, shakes a little bit. They get a little bit of turbulence. And the 6-year-old's name is Dahlia, Dahlia. Mom says the kid's face turned the color of a stormy sea, and that's when it happened. In slow motion. Too fast for her to get the barf bag out of the seat pocket in front of her.
That's awful.
Dahlia pitched forward and heaved a sludge of Sour Patch candy bits and sticky liquid onto our neighbor's pristine brown leather wingtip shoes on the Delta flight. Oh, my God, she said. She said she wasn't sure what to do first. The plane was still lurching around. The man, while the plane is still shaking, the guy wrestled open his seatbelt, staggered off to the bathroom, and she's trying to tend to her daughter who's puking up all over the place. The guy's shoes were like a direct hit. And then she's on her hands and knees mopping up bits of vomit and
probably got in his shoes
and Sour Patch pieces in the aisle on the floor. So mom's trying to pop this thing, or clean this mess up here.
Wow.
And the guy comes back, and his wingtips were buffed to perfection. The wingtips came back looking brand new. Mom's still cleaning up bits and pieces of puke on the floor of the Delta flight, and Mom thought the guy was going to be pissed.
What, was he grateful because his shoes never looked better?
Mom thought you've heard of a spit shine. This was a puke shine. All right, so Mom thought the guy was going to be pissed. Instead, the guy was smiling as nice as can be, and there were tears in his eyes.
Aww.
The man that just had his new wingtips vomited on was tearing up. Anyway, he explained that his daughter was Dahlia's age when she became sick, and she passed away from complications from cancer when she was 7.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
And the guy was just a nice guy, and
All right.
just what
tragedy.
Fester?
I quit.
What?
I quit.
What?
I quit. Here we are making vomit Sour Patch Kid jokes, and you kind of cold cock me to this. You roundhouse kick me to the head with a dead kid. Come on, man.
I'm telling a real story here.
Yeah, you're talking about regurgitated little gremlin Sour Patch
I should
Kids.
leave pieces of the story out?
We're sitting here laughing.
You should tell the important pieces at the beginning so we have the right tone for it.
You're saying how great his shoes
But
look.
this is
Wingtip shoes.
I think you're going down the avenue of how vomit is the secret shoe buffer.
No, dude, this is how the story developed in real life. I'm telling the story.
I don't need every real life story.
Let's start with the guy's perspective. The guy's traveling. He lost his seven-year-old child.
When the punchline is, I lost my kid to cancer.
Listen, the guy was nice. Other individuals might scream and yell and be pissed beyond description.
Yeah, but he's been through the ultimate tragedy in life, so he has a better perspective
Roxanne,
about what not to even
stop feeding
get too
MJ.
upset about.
That did I upset you guys?
I think you upset the world.
How did I upset? I'm sorry. I'm telling a real
You
story.
took us on a roller coaster ride, and the roller coaster spit us out into
You
a big,
played vomit sound effects.
Fester, you brought up You started the whole thing.
Did I?
You brought up Sour Patch Kids.
We didn't know.
I'm telling the story. Oh, shoot the messenger. I'm telling the story as it developed, that the reason why the guy didn't flip out is he was sympathetic. Are you crying, Fester?
Oh, no, I'm not crying.
Okay, you just rubbed your eye.
I've never seen him cry.
I'm not going to cry over, but listen.
What, are you guys angry at me for telling the story?
Yeah, when you take us and the audience at an up and down sort of story like a roller coaster, you want to just kind of get butterflies in your tummy, and you want to the ups and downs, you want to enjoy them. And you basically took us up and then you took us down and spit us into a trash dumpster of sadness and tragedy.
What?
You know what? As convoluted as that was, she's right.
Wait a minute. Let's go to phones on this.
No.
You don't think you want me to move on?
I don't want to go to I don't want to go to the dead 7-year-old phones.
Come on, guys.
Listen, why are you now? You're making a mockery of it, Fester.
I make a mockery of everything.
I'm just telling the story. The reason why the guy was so
what a beautiful story.
We know.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful.
That's why the guy was so understanding of the 6-year-old puking up the Sour Patch Kids all over his shoes.
I would imagine he would be.
My prayer is that when I fly cross country with my kids, I'm sitting next to this guy, so when my son Hudson chunders all over him, he'll be like, oh, good boy.
But the story is the mom thought the guy was going to flip out and yell and be pissed off, and it was the exact opposite, and there was a reason why. I'm sorry if I told a human story, a human interest story.
You know, there is a lesson here. Don't let your child pig out on a bag of Sour Patch. Kind of don't leave a 6-year-old unattended with candy, but now there's an even bigger, sadder twist that kind of gets overshadowed.
Are you guys angry at me? I'm telling a real story here.
Look, you're editor of the show. I get it, but
are you guys really pissed at me for telling the story?
I'm not.
I'm just kind of a downer.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it. All right. He came back happy. Oh.
All right, so am I supposed to do Fleetwood Mac's Christine McVie dead now at 79?
It depends how you're going to do it.
Was Sour Patch Kids involved?
You know, let me do a buffer. Let me do a little buffer story in between.
Fine.
Speaking, hold on, phones are ringing here.
I mean, you know.
Hang on. Let me grab Constantine in Tampa. Constantine, hi. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hi.
Yes. Can I help you, Constantine? This is the MJ Morning Show Customer Service Department.
I just want to say that the story that you were telling was absolutely disgusting.
What was disgusting? Just
like throwing up and everything.
All right. Well.
Are you missing the dead kid part? I mean, Constantine.
Fester, why are you being so flippant about that? Why? Well, you're making it worse, Fester.
I am pointing out facts.
All right. Thanks for thanks, Chrissy. Constantine. You got Marilyn. Hi, Marilyn. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Yeah, hold on a second. I'll pick up my phone.
All right.
Okay.
We got time.
Can we do all this before we get on the air, Marilyn? Thank you.
Hello?
Sorry, I tried.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
Yes, Marilyn.
It would have been a great story until you brought up the fact that the guy's kid died.
Yeah.
But he told the mother that he was not angry. He told the mother that he was not angry and was sympathetic and understood.
Oh, God.
All right.
And then you bring tears to people's eyes because you said the guy had tears in his eyes. I'm like, way to start someone's day.
Oh, jeez. I'm the bad guy here.
I thought the puking Sour Patch Kid was a rough enough start to people's mornings, and then we...
Yeah, exactly. Especially when he was telling the way the mother had to clean it up.
All right, thanks for the call. So what? I'm telling a nice, heartwarming story here, and I'm the bad guy?
Yeah, kind of.
You buried the lead.
Hang on. Connie's in Tampa. Hi, Connie. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
All right, MJ, I got your back because that's awesome. That's a heartfelt story. As a mom of 2 boys who have had seizures, I have gone through where my son has all of a sudden had a seizure and people freak out on me.
All right, so you're not disturbed by my story. You thought it was a heartfelt.
No, I thought it was heartfelt, and I thought it was awesome.
All right, well, thank you.
Nice to hear that.
Yes.
Thank you for coming to my defense. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You guys have a good one.
Yeah.
You too, Connie. Thank you so much for phoning.
All right. Thanks,
You're welcome.
Connie.
Festa, don't give her an attitude. All right, I'm going to move on now, okay?
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure I'm going to move
All
on.
right, I got a story about kids with
Will
tuberculosis.
you stop it?
All right.
You guys made it worse.
No.
It was a nice story. I can't delete facts from the story.
You could delete the whole story. I bring up Sour Patch Kids in the line at Blockbuster Video. You're like, oh, I got a story about Sour Patch Kids. No,
It's
you had
going
a
to
story.
really make you sad.
You had a story about a kid with cancer.
No, I had a story. No, the story was not about that. The story was about the 6-year-old throwing up on the fellow passenger's feet with the Sour Patch Kids.
But he was cool with it because he had a kid who passed.
Because that's it.
That's
all right.
All right, from now on, I'll leave very important, pertinent details out of all stories to appease you lugs.
Lugs.